Okay, we're going to pick up right where we left off. And we see here that the difference is 80. Now, we don't know if that's a cash outlay of 80 or what. So we're going to have to go through and work the problem with that and without that and see if which one takes us to the 41. I think you're going to see that we don't need that. And our patent was 21 is 18, but that acts like depreciation, so we increase our cash by 3. Okay, so that's that section. Now let's take a look at our accounts payable. Our accounts payable went down. So when our accounts payable goes down, our cash goes down, so that's a minus 12. Our accrued liabilities was 13 is now minus 2. So that's 13 minus a minus 2. So altogether, our accrued liabilities went down by 15. So when liabilities go down by 15, cash goes down. That simply says we overpaid. Okay, our notes payable were 0. It's now 34. But that's not operating, that's part of our financing. So I'll do that in red. Okay, so that's financing. Now leases, 101. Lease liability. Is there any cash involved on that? Okay, did we buy anything? We don't really know, okay? Now, you could argue that that looks suspiciously like that may be part of this, but in either case, we don't know. So the lease liability we may need to consider, but I don't see any cash implication there, okay? As a matter of fact, as I look at this, and I look at this, the difference is 101, so I'm going to assume that that was what we acquired that for. Now I'm going to go back and look at the depreciation, and what was my depreciation expense? Do they give us the depreciation expense? 21. Okay, don't they give us that somewhere? Yeah, that's how we get our depreciation right there. The difference between 94 and 115 is 21. So we add that to there, and there's our 101. So we have depreciation expense of 21. We have to remember to add that. And you see how I got that. The depreciation expense is the difference in accumulated depreciation from year to year. Patent amortization is the same. Okay, so let's continue. Our bond payable was 111. It's now 57. That goes down, 54. That's cashed out. Our common stock, again, we have to add those together to come up with the difference between them, and we find that when we do that, our sale of common stock was a total of 62 in. And retained earnings, we have to figure out, did we pay any dividends? So we start with beginning retained earnings of 198. We then have to add our net income of 66. So our ending retained earnings should be 264. Our ending retained earnings is not, it's 228. The difference between those, that 36, is dividends. So that's the information. You had to spend some time thinking about that one. I had to spend some time thinking about this one. This had me scratching my head. But when you put all the pieces together, that's what it looks like. Okay? And notice that building for 101 is down at the very bottom under significant non-cash financing activities. Good problem. You had to do some thinking about it.